Really, it's more of having people realize that it's not that difficult or it can be done. And I guess that is the mindset. The first thing we tell people is the mindset. And then we have to tell people it's not as scary as you think. Especially most people like to talk to us about investing. And the biggest thing when it comes to investing is that people think that it's something that's so difficult because maybe the terminology, maybe the mystique around it. And we try to disband all those myths and try to teach people there's an easy way to get into it. You don't have to have that much money, and you can do it at your own pace and actually do it in a safer way than trying to, make a killing right off the back.
Hey queens, yeah, you know who you are. God, come on, go ahead and put that crown on your head. Now tilt a little to the left, now a little to the right. Perfect. Now let's get to work, because we know you got big goals and you got big dreams and not afraid to let them know. Why? Because you step into your purpose, you speak out on your faith, and you shift up in your journey, because you a boss. Welcome to the podcast Drop the Expiring Act with your host Veli of QueenBayGoals.com, reminding you that you are a queen before anything else. It's your life and your goals. Make it royal. All right, y'all. Go ahead and work that crown. All right, Queen Bay. So welcome to another episode of the Drop the Aspiring Act podcast. Today we have the Wealth Twins, and we're going to talk about money, the unofficial goal guide. And I say it like that because you guys know we have some things going on in our heads about money, like we're not supposed to talk about it. But today we're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Right. So Nadia and Nicole are twin millionaire moms, guys, who teaches others how to improve their finances by showing them how to invest, manage, and earn more money. And we want to hear it all, guys. So can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you started the Wealth Twins?
Okay, so I'll take it. This is Nicole. We started the Wealth Twins just because we wanted to pay it forward. We grew up in housing, in public housing, and a single mother who worked 7 days a week. And she said, she just constantly told us, do well in school and try hard. And we wanted to do well in school and try hard to get out of public housing and also take care of her. She actually passed away when we were quite young at 20. So we weren't able to show her what we were able to do after we graduated. So we thought it was best to pay it forward and teach other people, a way to get out of public housing, a way to better their lives. Because part of the reason we believe our mother passed away, she had a heart attack. And we believe it was due to stress, the issue that she was having because she was working so many hours. And we said, you know what? If we can teach people that it doesn't have to be like that, and if money is the root of that cause, then we should be able to, you know, help out. And that's what we're doing. We're just trying to pay it forward.
I love you guys' mission. So before you even got into the Wealth Twins, so in the intake form, you guys said that you were aspiring for 10 years. So tell us a bit about what was happening in that 10 years. Because I think you guys are the second longest who have been aspiring. We had a lady that was 19 years, and then you guys followed with the 10. So what was happening in that 10 years?
Nadia, you want to take that? Okay, so I'll take it. Within the 10 years, we were working on Wall Street, just trying to make things happen. We were working both at Goldman Sachs. And then after that, we both left Goldman and became management consultants for huge companies where we stayed in the finance field. So we were just trying to make it happen and work as hard as we could before we were able to say, that's it, we're going to be working for ourselves.
So what do you think made you guys say we're done, or we're going to work for ourselves, we don't want to be here anymore? What pushed you out the door?
Well, it was a few things. I can't just say it was one thing. Mm-hmm. Well, it was one big thing that made me say that day I'm out. But it was a combination of things that led to it. I would say, again, the early passing of our mother. 2 would be September 11th. When we went through that, we were down on Wall Street at the time, and that was a major shock to us. And the aftermath after that, not just the daily life that changed, but the recession that followed. and how many people we saw losing their jobs, and how we saw how risky it was to have a job.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and combined with a couple of times we felt we deserved promotions, or deserved that we felt that we deserved to be paid more and just weren't. And it came to a point where we said, you know what, we might not get a fair shake in this industry. And all those just combined to say, you know, if people are willing to pay me this much for working for them, imagine how much I can do if I work for myself, if I work this hard for myself.
Right.
So I think I jumped off first, and then Nadia followed me after that.
Okay, so I love it. So you guys both jump ship at the same time and jump into the Wealth Twins. So how did you guys get that started?
A lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, I would say. You know, it's just a matter of trying to figure out what is it that we have learned with our experiences that we could actually, you know, teach to our children, teach to other people's children, teach to other people. And what would it be? And we came up with 3 things. It would be, you know, investing,
Mm-hmm.
how to manage your money, and how to make your money. Because it's not just one thing that's going to lead to success. And I wouldn't say Nadia and I are at our definition of successful, but we're still, you know, we're still reaching and we're still trying. But we believe those 3 factors will continue and help us be successful. So when we said we're going to break this down into 3 different components of investing, managing, and making more money, that's when things started to, you know, get clarity around things, and said, this is what we're going to teach people.
So when people find you guys, like, what's the first thing that you help them with? Because I know a lot of people talk about like mindsets. What's the first thing that you have to help someone with when they come to you and say, help me with my money?
You know, really, it's more of having people realize that it's not that difficult, or it can be done. And I guess that is the mindset. You know, the first thing we tell people is the mindset, and then we have to tell people it's not as scary as you think. Especially most people like to talk to us about investing. And the biggest thing when it comes to investing is that people think that it's something that's so difficult because maybe the terminology, maybe the mystique around it. And we try to, you know, disband all those myths and try to teach people there's an easy way to get into it. You don't have to have that much money, and you can do it at your own pace and actually do it in a safer way than trying to, you know, make a killing right off the back.
So for somebody like me who is not sure how to jump into the investment game, and I came to you and I said, you know, I want to start investing my money. How do I do it? What would be the first thing you tell me?
The first thing I would tell you is take advantage of the newest thing called fractional shares. You know, you can get started investing with as little as $1.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that.
Exactly. And you can actually buy dividend stocks and ETFs. ETFs stand for exchange traded funds. So those things, getting in with just $1 and learning how to practice and actually trade at the same time and learn is a great way to start. That's the first thing I would tell people now. You know, Charles Schwab offers it, and we teach people how to use Charles Schwab. Fidelity offers it. Robinhood offers it, and it's becoming more and more popular. And it's to get more people into investing with little money, and to just show them that it can be done. And you can create a diversified portfolio with maybe even $20 just to start off.
Oh, wow. I need to call you after this call. I need to get in touch with you guys after this call. So I definitely want you guys to come back and talk more about money on a future podcast. But let's get back into the aspiring acting, you know, how you got into the Wealth Twins. So how long have you guys been doing it now? And how do you feel about doing your own business versus, you know, actually still being in a career?
Mm-hmm. So before Wealth Twins, we had tried something else called Edge and Effort. So Wealth Twins is only actually, it'll be a year old next month or in October. And we've just been, you know, trying our best to get this going. And it's been kind of difficult because on top of doing Wealth Twins, Nadia is also an entrepreneur on her own right with a cafe that she owns.
Okay.
So learning how to split our time with managing social media and, you know, building a brand along with, you know, brick and mortar businesses and raising families at the same time has been pretty challenging, but also rewarding at the same time.
So what would you tell somebody who is thinking about leaving corporate to go starting their own thing? Like they're ready to drop their aspiring act, but they're not sure, is it going to work for me? Like what would you tell that person to get out the door?
The first thing I would say is make sure you have, I don't want to call it, people have called it FU money before, but
I've heard
make
that.
sure you have money saved up. That's the first thing. Money will buy you your freedom, okay? And if you don't have the money, you can still have dreams, but you're going to have to moonlight. So that means work your job, your 9 to 5, or whatever hours you have to work. And then when you get home, you work the job or the thing that you actually want to do. You have to find the time and carve it out, and don't just, leave your job if you have no plan. The first thing is to make a safe exit by having money and also knowing exactly what your next step is going to be, and actually have executed some of those steps before you left. I would say that. Don't let emotions, interrupt what you need to do to make a good plan.
I love that. I love that. And how can people find you if they want to come talk to you more about the Wealth Twins and what you guys are doing? How can they find you guys?
Well, you can find us on various outlets, but we make weekly videos on YouTube. You can just
Cool.
put us on YouTube/Wealth Twins. And we also have a website, www.wealthtwins.com. So you can find us both places. We have blog posts, weekly videos. We also answer every question that we get, every comment. We love all the feedback. Anybody that wants to give us a like or share us, we just appreciate everything. So yes, YouTube and wealthtwins.com.
And you guys have a webinar coming up. So tell us about the webinar.
The webinar is to actually get people who are interested in investing to stop being afraid and actually jump in. We teach long-term buy and hold strategies. You won't be learning options with us. You won't be learning FX trading. You won't be learning cryptocurrency trading. We want people to learn how to crawl before they walk and run. We don't have anything against those type of styles, but we're teaching people how to build wealth. That's the name of the game, and that's the name we go by, is building generational wealth.
I
We
love
want to
that.
teach you, thank you. We're trying to teach you what you need to do to better your situation and better your family situation.
Thank you. And I love that. And we always end with a quote on the podcast. And you guys gave a quote that said, God wouldn't put a dream into your heart if you weren't meant to achieve it. So tell us why you guys believe that, why you guys think that's true.
I believe, your dreams tell you things, and we have this one life that we have to live, and we got to make it the best we can. And if you have that dream, it's for a reason. It's meant for you to do something. Not all of us are able to, achieve the dream, but we should make it and try our best to achieve it.
I love it. That's a great sentiment to leave us on today. So you guys, we were talking about money, and I'm going to invite them back to come talk about more money. You're laughing, but I'm dead
problem.
serious.
We got it. More money, more money.
Right.
More money and no problems, right?
Exactly. So thank you guys for listening to another episode of the podcast. Be sure to check out their webinar that's coming up on October 15th. I will put all the details in the description. You guys will be able to find them, and all their links will be down below. So make sure you come back. We have more great guests this season because we're dropping broke money mindsets for financial freedom.
Sounds great.
All right. You have been listening to another episode of Drop the Aspiring Act. If you're looking for more information on this podcast and other episodes, please visit queenbaygoals.com. That's QueenBaeGoals.com. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next podcast.